For being a rollover car, this thing drives fantastic. So this thing is going into that 240 right there, because we're gonna take that dual cam out and change it with a 1JZ. Let's go. So everything's at running temp right now. This car literally we bought straight from the auction, just like this. So all we did was check the oil, got a key, and that's rips. Yeah. Got the keys.
Much later.
About to chop the roof off, and once the top comes off, never going back on. This 1994 Soarer is jam-packed with so many goodies. A 1JZ, a wonderful key that can get used for multi-purposes, from cutting wires to even starting the car. Or not. But I think we gotta figure something else out with it. Since it won't start, we gotta pick it up somehow. Sheldon, do the honors. I think you're good. Since Sheldon started, pretty much, we talked about cutting the roof off this thing. So we have to. Now we have to.
Hey, we have to do donuts in it.
Okay, so wait. Are you really gonna cut the roof?
No, I just did all that work for nothing.
What'd you do?
The windows, the seats, everything that you told me to save.
All right, cut it.
So we took out all the windows so we can have less weight on the back so it can slide better.
Oh yeah, that weight reduction. Now we're just getting to the roof because clearly it's damaged.
Yeah.
And there's like electrical wires in there too.
Halfway down.
Safety glasses are gonna be a necessity.
Safety glass?
Yeah. Do you have a set?
No. My safety squint's red, bro.
Safety squints on.
Hey, you think it'll buff out? I accidentally scratched it.
Oh, this shit's sick.
Hey, this shit's pretty lit. I kind of like the fixed doors still.
Okay.
Gives you an optical illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it kind of looks like a U.
I don't know how Sheldon is so crazy. He's in his car drawer like burning out and he doesn't cut himself, and me, one little vacuum. I'm gonna vacuum your ass real quick because you were sitting on it.
What is this thing? What? That is the coolest cup holder I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, do that again. Oh, that's it.
Hey, yo, put your drinks there.
I'll get this for all of your detailing needs.
Good as new. I think it's ready for a stroll.
Hey, can you make sure my hood's closed, bro?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh.
This is insane. Everyone is staring. Nobody knows what to
That car's pretty smooth.
It looks legit, man.
Barbie golf car.
Right? All right, guys, it is day 2. We have the 240 on the lift right now. It wouldn't start yesterday due to little issues right here. The fuel line that goes into the fuel filter, you can obviously see that that was ripped. So fuel was leaking out of it. And then the feed line out of the tank, you can clearly tell that it has seen better days. It was leaking as well. Put some new fuel in it and she fires right up. Plan for the day is drop motor, trans, subframe, just front subframe out of it. We're gonna separate the motor and the trans off the subframe and then take the car with the subframe over to the pressure washer. We're gonna clean that so the 1J swap has a fresh slate. Everything's all clean because this car is like 30 years old and it's kind of dirty. So we're gonna get that all cleaned up, and yeah.
What part of this drivetrain is gonna stay and what part's gonna go for the new build?
Nothing's staying.
It's all going.
The diff is gonna get changed to a 350Z diff. We're doing 350Z axle swap on it, and we're also doing a 5-lug hub conversion on this because this is a 4-lug car.
Okay.
So basically we can't use this drive shaft anymore. We did order a 1-piece ISR, so this carrier bearing is not going to be here anymore. It's just going to be a single shot from the R154 to the 350Z diff. So basically what this does, I mean, this carrier bearing makes it smoother to drive for, I mean, this car, but since we're not really looking for that, we're going to get more power out of it, because every connection point you have in a drivetrain, it actually takes horsepower and torque away. So we will be getting rid of the 2-piece drive shaft and putting a single piece in.
Looking a little torn up.
Oh yeah, she's seen better days. All right, so as you can see, the motor is out of the 240, and you can kind of really see how dirty, like look right here on the frame rail. It's like years of just gunked up. So we're going to cap everything off that's important, like those fuel lines and the coolant lines, tape up the firewall hole right there, and then we're going to pressure wash that. But before we do that, we are going to separate this motor and trans and take this harness off of the motor. And you can also see right here, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but like all these bushings are like, they're done.
You're done.
This car will be getting a refresh rack. It's going to be getting brand new tie rods, all new bushings everywhere, and then I also talked about the 5-lug swap that's going to be going down on it, so that's going to happen on it. But basically all the bushings and arms are going to get replaced. It should drive like a brand new car after all this. The wiring harness that we're using for the engine bay actually adapts to all the factory Nissan stuff, so it's super plug and play. You plug in the harness on the motor, and all the spare plugs, like this one right here, that goes to all the front wiring. It actually adapts all that together, so you're able to use the ECU from the Soarer, and it's really cool. You'll be able to use your blinkers, you'll be able to use windshield wipers, everything works. They kind of just like mesh everything together, Nissan and Toyota, and they figured it out. Wiring Specialties has a very, very good name for themselves, and yeah, we are going to be working with them on this. We actually just ordered the harness yesterday, so that's probably what's going to be in the next video, is actually pulling the motor out of the Soarer and kind of test fitting all the motor mounts and all that stuff. So that'll be a fun one.